Hello, welcome to Motiness Design in Essential Training in Revit. In this project, as we have started, we want to conclude a lot of things, but maybe we'll do as much as possible we can in the proper documentation. Like I have told you, it's not probably about 3D we are doing work here. We are working based on architectural regular design and everything. So I want you to take a clear understanding of what we are doing. The details of everything are going to be more reflective, and that is why now in this place we are going to do create steps and put some certain railings. Then again we work on the elevation a bit, and most especially we continue with this roof and conclude the roofing aspect by changing materials and putting on the trusses. So take your time and watch effectively. So, but before then, you make mention of certain things that's in foundation, like certain things were not solved, but you did not see it. I have told you that you need to watch the video critically and see. But let me quickly give you maybe an instance. Like in this place, you are talking of this, like some part of this are not visible in the in the foundation, in the foundation. But after a while, you see that everything is completed. The reason is this: I've told you before that the fuel range, anytime you are on any level, fuel range is more important, and that is why I say, okay, when you come to the property line, you don't, whenever you are in the foundation plane like this, you come to property line and edit the fuel range. Fuel range will allow you to put whatsoever you want to put in order, and everything on that visibility visible graphics is what you are going to be seeing. You are not going to see anything in another level. So by seeing your window from here, which means that your fuel rays are not aligned with what, with the floor, the level where you are. So you work on that fuel ray, work especially, look at it from here, the fuel ray, click the plane level is much important. So work on this, change the type, change the letters, change every numbers, and see, apply them and see whether they will have visible change or not. So that is much important. Now the next thing is that I want to change this one, and the reason why this one is showing is because I have demonstrated it there, that on the elevation, let's go there. So in the elevation, when you click on wall, this wall are way above the floor, the slab. So what you need to do is to bring them down to the level below this slab, and everything will be visible. If you look at it from the second tutorial, I think I make use of that and I mentioned that, but let me quickly demonstrate it for you so that you know what I'm saying. Go to the foundation level. Now here you select on instance. No, wait, let's do it this way so that you know how the level. So this one, align it to the below some. So when you align it, then you click it again so you know the height at which this one is in position. So click it. What is the height? Connected at 3.3. So let's say you connected at 2.3 here, but here is 2.4. That will be like that way if it's not too much. So when you go to the foundation, is it visible? Yes, that's what it's saying now. So you know that this is the normal height of this. Okay, let's it like that. So you click on this, select, and say select on instance. In this view, you are going to see that this unconnected is not going to be showing that particular number again. Select all this view here, select, then you change the phase to 2.2 meter, apply, or let's say 2. Yes, let's leave it that way. Are you seeing it? So everything is reset back to normal because of what is now below the slab which you are cutting it from. I hope you are getting what I'm saying now. So when you cut it back, you see that they are now below, so you can decide to address them by taking them up a bit. So adjust them like this. So what did that give you? 2.4. So go back to that place, that the foundation, and go and change it. Select on instance and say 2. select all instance in this view and change it from here to 2.33. so that will solve the issue. So you go back to the elevation, you see it snapped to the slab. You are using it, the surface of the slab, that is where it snapped. So that is how you work on that one for there. So I'm closing this because I purposely keep these references so that anytime I do, you come and make correction for you so that you'll be able to see. Now let us go to today's property. Close this down, and then this is today activities. No, good. So in today's activities, we are starting our project properly, and we are going to touch a lot of things. You can adjust this space. The more you work on it, the more you are adjusting it. So we are working here, and we go to level 1. And in level 1, we want to create a a step into this building. And how would you do that? There are two methods of doing that. You can use sweep, at the same time you can use exclusion. But in this case, we are going to use exclusion because we just want to work on the side and the front. We are not working around the bit, the whole space. No. Now what you do is that you click on model in components, then you say model in place. At the model in place, I want to work with, so let's do it this way. Go to south elevation so that it's more easy. On the south elevation, you say components, model in place. Then you can look around and say find where the step is. So you say step, is there step or staircase? So yes, staircase, but we are not creating staircase. You click on staircase and say steps. You rename it that way. So it's property of staircase you're actually using in the model, so it will be more easy for you to do. So you click on this and say extrusion. Extrusion, when it comes to you, that you do not click anything because you don't have any reference plane on anything. So you want to use a peak reference plane, which is going to work for you. So you now begin to bring your mouse around this space. Anywhere you see that the rectangular place is snapped, you click on that. So that is the way you want to use as a plane for your drawing. So from there, he has already picked that plane for you. Then you draw your, you are creating your step one after the other in that way. So here you are using 6 inches to create what you are creating, then 1 foot as a distance. So if you have it that way, what you just need to do is to begin to copy and paste on a right area. Just copy in multiple, then you begin to pick them. Good. So that is a good symbol of what you are doing. So put it there again. So this particular one, we are going to work on it by moving it up or change the orient of what it's doing by clicking or extending, press arrow key to go on and meet this in its position. So on this, just type 1. Good. So it snaps to that pole. Then you remove it and take it up to outside. So when you click finish now, the staircase is being generated in this way. So go to 3D and go and see what you have done. So here is it in 3D. You are going to use it for this stair at the entrance to the kitchen. So you drag it, go to foundation, and the foundation there you can drag it, then you drag it so it's covered up in that leaf. So here now you copy this and say copy, click on constraint so that we allow you to move around the way you want. So you drop it at one angle at a snap to that level, then you pick it here and say it should rotate. So you rotate at 90 degrees perfectly. So now you delete the former one, the one that is what vertical, and while you adjust this one to snap to the wall, then you stretch it the same way. So go to 3D again, see what we have created. Can you see? So you have already have what you need to get in this position. So you click finish. Good. So you are working on and developing one after the other. Now you develop, what you need to do now is to draw your normal ground level. There are two ways to do that. You can decide to use massing and sight by using your topo surface to create that, or you can decide to use the same way by creating this particular component and use the same thing. So I'm going to use massing and sight for you, and this is another experience for you to understand. Massing and sight, this allow topo surface may allow you to create a contours and every other thing, but go beyond the scope of this particular training. The next training we are going to dwell on that, because we are not going to use regular level. We are bringing survey plan in the next projects. So you will understand how to plot your survey plan properly, then use a topography, the level, imbalance level, to do a lot of work. So for here now, I want to introduce you to that by using topo surface. Just click on topo surface. So you are on the foundation, which is level 0. Then you look at the foundation level, which is was -3. So you click here and you click on -3. So you begin to dump and drop all these points at the space that you know that okay is droppable. So they are all on the same level as you are seeing them. So when you click finished, so you go to the 3D, that is the topo surface you have created. So you can change the material as well. It's not, so you change the material from here like that. So you may use that material, but we are going back to this place when we are going to use material confidently and you change everything. So I don't want to confuse your knowledge, so pay attention to the step you are taking. So I've done this one. The next thing is that you create I want to create a flower pot around the space. So a flower pot in the sense that a concrete flower pot all around this building. And how will I do that is through what? The same extrusion. The extrusion can be used to do a lot of things. So I'm going to use that by creating architecture. Go to component, model in place, go to sites, then say okay, and you call it this one pots. So you click, then you say extrusion, use the same method. You click all around, you click all around, you click all around, you click all around. So you trim them so that they have a regular connection from one point to another. So as you have done that, you offset everything you want to offset. If it's okay by you, if it's not okay, this is a 2 feet, found point. Let's just use 1.5 feet. Good. I think this one will be okay. So repeat all in a position where it could be repeated. So there you trim all. So when you click finish, it's okay by that. So from here you can decide to change this to green, or you change the pattern again, depends on your choice. So here you can now say copy, kindly follow this step, because if you are not doing so, it might give you a lot of issue. You will be lost, and that is not good enough. So here now you say copy and say here. So when you say 6, so you can decide now to say okay, move again. So as it is now, you just say edit that particular one. So edit this one and you say offset. At the offset now, you can use this and put it in 0. So you offset this one to like 5, reduce it because it will be too bogus. So I say I'm using offset 3 inches. So I'm offsetting it without what? Without copy. Offset, 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 offset. Now we are done with that. We are not through yet. So what we need to do is that we need to do what? Align this inner one to the edges. Good. So as it done, so you change the height of this, add this one, let's increase the height by some inches. Let's say okay, I want to increase this height by let's say 3 inches. So when you click finish, you go to 3D and you see the inner one and the outside one. So the outside one is going to have different color, while the inner one is going to have another color. So we are done with this. We are coming back to material after we are done with the roof. So let's go to the roof and do something exceptional. So go to the section. So you copy this roof. See what I'm saying now? You copy the roof to another layer of roof. So reduce the thick line of this. Press escape, select the roof again, and you say copy from the top of this to somewhere below. So this one now, you change the trusses. You want to change the trusses, you select it and say okay, select the roof from the property and you go to glazing, slope glazing. Slope glazing is transformed into something that you are not seeing, but this is how you change this. And you click on this edit type. On the edit type, you say panel, cutting panel system. You use empty panel system. The joints you can leave it, you don't need to do anything with that. So in the layout, you change the layout, you say fix. So at the fix, which is what 5 feet is too big for you, just say 3 feet can be okay. Then you go to the layer 2 and you say fix a distance. So here now you change it to 3 one more time. So at this exterior and exterior gathering, you change the million style by saying okay, regular million 1.5 by 2.5 feet. So you do the same thing at the regular million 2 by saying 1.5 by 2.5 inches. So I think with that you are okay, and you just say okay, and you wonder, you see what we get from the roof. Can you see? So you are able to get the trusses on the roof. Take your time to award this one in particular. You are able to get what? So this will everly be transformed to everywhere you cut your section across. Even though on the 3D you are going to see this one. So let us go there and see what we have done. Select the roof. Can you see? Can you see all the trusses? So that is how it is. You can hide this and see that okay, it's going to hide these elements. So that's your trusses you have created. So you have already done something. So anyway, by the time you are cutting more as much as possible section you are cutting, you are finding this one applicable and easy to do. So Ctrl Z to bring back, not that it has disappeared, still there. Ctrl Z once, so you bring back that invisible that we have done. So now you click back to section. We've done this and we have done it right. So now, but something is there. If you want to see later, this thing will be moving outside. It's moving outside because of the trusses, the rafter are coming out beyond the fascias. So what you do is that edit it and go to level 1 or site level, anyone you know that okay can accommodate that. So you do what and you bring this to offset and you return it back into space. So let's just use like 4. Good. Let me quickly put on my battery. Click OK. Let it load. So it's asking question. Just say no. Do not attach. So when you go there now, you see this one has shifted inside, and that is the beauty of what you have done. You can decide to adjust this by just move them up. If you can get all of the, so move them up a bit. So that the graphics will fit in when we are doing the display. Good. We are through and we are done with this. This one is going to be displayed and you're going to see them accurately. Now, the next thing is that we want to now choose material for the roof. Go to this place and say color or realistic. In reality, you are seeing no color on the roof. It's just a plain white, which is an issue using some material that are not regular. So I want to take you through everything one after the other now. Click on this, edit structure, then acoustic ceiling is the material it is using, so we are going to create our own ceiling and rename it. So click here and right click and say duplicate material with assets. So here you just say roof material. Good. So from the appearance you go to image. From the image you change the, from here, from this replicate asset, you click on it. You know we are dealing with the roof material. We want to change the replicate assets. Click that on the right side. Then you go to appearance library. Appearance library, just need to look around and say roofing material. So there is the roofing material. You have them numerous. So I will like you use alpha single, or because of the way I like using things. So I may decide to use Spanish styles, depends on you. So I'm using Spanish styles, this particular Spanish styles, this one. Okay, when I'm using this, I say okay. Can you see? So I have what it takes now to have a good roofing pattern. So if you go to your south elevation and you bring your color or color into here, you see it will follow the color, and if you want to use now, you want to use it for as a realistic, it will change and give you what you want. So that is this for that. So we want to change the facial as well to pure white. So you select that and go to edit, then you come here again and you select the material. Look at the way I do it too, because that time I created this field. So you click on this, say click facial. First click on edit in place, select it again before you now come to material. So from the material you click on this one and say duplicate with asset. Now you call this one do facial. So now you click the same way. I just write this place assets. So you go to this place too and say and you click check. I want to use ceramic. I have some ceramic contain. So I'm using pure white. So the pure white now apply to it. Apply to that which I have done. So I'm having my plain pure white facial board in place. So here you do the same thing, edit in place. I want to change the material of the steps. I like everything because they are still the same family. I did the category. From here now, duplicate the material, change it and call it steps. So you duplicate and you come here and just like look for, let's say I'm looking for Mansuri, I'm looking for miscellaneous, whatsoever you know that okay it will be contained, or whatsoever siding, anything that you know that okay if you put it there they are going to work properly, stone, things like that. Okay, let's use this river stone or search for more stone. Okay, I'm also use rubble for that place. It's a pattern. It's not necessary that I should follow the agrarian rule of everything. So I'm using this particular one. So for that you have already solved a lot of material issues. So from the wall you change and you choose whatsoever you want to choose. From the wall now you come to edit in place, edit the structure, material edit. So instead of this one I change this and say duplicate assets and call this one walls. So from here you change it and you look for the material appearance again and you come to wall paint. So I want to click on this arrow to give me more option. I want to use a glossy paint. So at the glossy paint I'm using okay, I want to use salmon. The salmon I want to put in, so I want to change it a little bit. Come here and make it a little bit lighter, not deep, or you can make it deep if it's your choice. So I'm using this. I say okay, and say okay. You see everything will transform, the whole thing has been changed. So the same thing you do for the slab. Select the slab, edit the material, edit material structure, edit the category, and say you can use the same material because you are still going to paint them at elevation of the same type. So you use the wall material to create that. So you leave it with the wall. So you are using it. So they maintain the same activities together. So you use this one. When you go to your 3D, you see what we have done. you have transformed and changed something. So here now you want to change this space to another material. Edit the two. So the inside one I want to change it to green. Click there and you click on this, duplicate this and call it grass. So click here now and change it to a library and go to site work, change it to grass and click OK. Say OK, fine. So you do the same thing from on here, edit the category. So this one you change it, duplicate the material, then you name it to grass curve. Okay, then you go back here and you change this, click on anything that you know that okay it can suit you. So I'm using this particular panel ravel, sorry, panel ravel, and you say okay, say okay with that. And can you see? So these things are genuinely, they have been created while you are once. So you can decide to be changing the visual expression. So from here now you can decide to say you want to work on it a little bit. So this guys will finish it for you and go for more refilling. So if you have anything that you are hidden or you want to do, all depends on your choice. So that will be okay for now. Double click on that and see what is hiding and what is visible. Here click here, here you click here. So at this place now you can cast your shadow and see how your shadow reflects on the building. If you have any shadow, shoot on shadow for you. So that is the shadow of your building. From here you enjoy realistic whatsoever. So this is what you are going to enjoy for now. You change this particular one to your taste and give yourself a befitting activity. So I think we have done a little bit of justice to what we do. In the next one we are concluding the elevation by arranging, put some paparazzi, FAC and things like that. So but before we go, let us put a railing into place. Something is missing in our floor plan. Materials has changed. So the materials are changed. Do not bother yourself. What you just need, that you need to change that a bit, arrange it. So now I want to put railings to this side that I created. So railings are going to be here. Good. Click finish. You do the same thing here as well. Click finish. So the 3D, good. So you can transform the railings and change it to something that's okay, that you like. Select it, come to property. Good. I think this one is okay. Now the floor, you select the floor, that is the slab, and you go to the floor plan and you change it from the edit file and change the structure, change the walls, the same thing anywhere you are using it. So come to graphics. So the graphics, this is where the problem is, the surface pattern. So when you click here, just click on what, look for none. Say you don't want any pattern there, you see, click OK, click OK, click OK, click OK. So everything is going to be removed. Can you see? Everything has come back to play if you find yourself in such situation. So that is how you work about whenever you are using material. Some material can be funny, their graphics pattern might be played down. so you don't bother yourself and be confused. So that is how you go about, and that's how you do it. So I hope you learn one or two things here. So before we proceed to the next stage, so remember there's still more bigger projects that are coming that require a lot, that you have expression to. I'm going to introduce you to structural drawing, introduction to it in that project, because we are going to do RS building, to introduce you a little bit to structural drawing, not in detail. So take your time to study this and get yourself acquainted to it. So any question you want, send it across anywhere you get